nyana ka fo himana kwaba yamana kwaba ziba hina jumidzi a ya tabawa ya hihye na ya tinidzem no kwar yiwin chimedi you're welcome to a show dubbed the bitter truth show today what is on the menu that we are about to discuss with you has to do with the arrogance posture of the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo towards the Speaker Bagbin and Emmanuel Kofi Amaboa during President Akufo-Addo's last State of the Nation address. This is what we are about to share our perspective on. And Joseph Ponodo. So as a result of that, we have titled today's presentation as The Height of Arrogance of First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo towards Speaker Bagbin and Emmanuel Kofi Boa into bracket Ghanaian citizens. Today's presentation is titled The Height of Arrogance of First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo towards Speaker Bagbin and Emmanuel Kofi Boa into bracket Ghanaian citizens. The bitter truth we are pointing out to the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo that his arrogance posture during the last State of the Nation's address delivered by his husband, His Excellency the President Nana Akufo-Addo in Parliament after the delivery of the state address, the posture, the reaction by the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo towards the Speaker is what we are about to share our perspective on. And we are describing that irresponsible attitude that the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo put out as what? Arrogance, the height of arrogance on the part of the First Lady. Remember, the show you are watching is the Bitter Truth Show. We keep on saying that government can only be built on truth, honesty, and integrity. And because as citizens of this country, we have failed to speak truth to one another, that is the reason Ghana is where it is now. And it is important and it behoves on every citizen of this country to play his or her role. His Excellency the President, the outgoing President, on his inaugural day, made a clarion call to the citizens of this country that we should be citizens and not spectators. Thus, this platform, the bitter truth, we have not forgotten. We thought it was a good call, and we uphold that call. And in the light of that, we are reminded the First Lady, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, that the attitude she put during the last State of the Nation address by her husband is a sheer arrogance in its height. And thus is what the show is about. And there's the height of arrogance. In yan so soon, nyachum. In yan so sinsima, man penny, Nana de Danko Akufo-Addo, no hokafo, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, Odezi, ye chair, or ye Shamayin, Speaker, Owa, Bagbin, ni Emmanuel Kofi Amaboa. Boa, Nukun, Odinenu Masam, or Manu Masam of the Yekwa, Yokoto, or Manganim, or come the Shadowgum. Them the most of Mananam, Brother Senana, or Yenanan, or the Kotu Gananan. You know, Mammy, or Mampin and other Akufo-Addo. Million and Senawa said, Boa, Nukun, last summer to Gananan, na Ghana for Titsi, Meshadogofo. Minority Wilson Atrick, need the means or then yan so who soon aided the chair or yeah, Chami a speaker. Chamihin. na ɔno na nokɔre ni yɛreka kyerɛ nyene maame ɔmanpanyin Nana Addo Akufo-Addo no ho kafo ne yɛ Rebecca Akufo-Addo dɛ sabi suba no ɔde ɔyɛ subanofo ɔyɛ nyanso sinsin wankyɛ bu ne anidi amfa ma chamehim ni owura Emmanuel ama Kofi-Boa sabi nsabuna Rebecca Akufo-Addo Nana Addo Akufo-Addo ɔmanpanyin no ho kafo ɔbɛnedi wɔ mɛhyɛ gomnana be aso dɛ yɛka hinadwen yɛka no kɔrekyɛn na ɔno na no kɔre dwumedi yɛreka ndɛ ɔno na yɛdze bɔ but you see ansa na sɛ ndɛ ɔmanpanyin Nana Addo Akufo-Addo no ho kafo yɛne maame Rebecca Akufo-Addo sɛ bedi nsɛm ho ɔtete dam enyanso sinsin enyanso suban adenezi wɔ mɛhyɛ gomnana yɛpɛ dɛ yɛka nsɛm ne yɛfiri a sɛbe ɔmanpanyin Nana Addo Akufo-Addo na nsɛm wɔn na sɛbio political talk nsɛmfo amanyɔfo a waka His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo cannot be exonerated. Ɔmanpanyin Nana Addo Akufo-Addo nsɛmfo a waka wɔ ɔman ma ha amanyɔsɛm nsɛmfo a waka kyerɛ ɔyɛ John Dramani Mahama NDC ɛmɛ na nisa so na ɔmbada anyinyidara na Rebecca Akufo-Addo na ɔte bra na nukunu ɔkadame nsɛmfo no na wɔ ɔman mu na ɔte ana na ɔnte sɛ ne yɛfiri a yɛka yɛnkɔ na yɛnkɔhwɛ dɛm asɛm na yɛnte dza Nana Addo Akufo-Addo kae in 2016 te na yɛmmɛka ne ho asɛm nkyerɛ.
In all the years that I've been in public life, I have never seen the level of desperation and depth of despair that today have become the daily reality. When the President of the Republic rose before Parliament to deliver his message on the state of the nation in the hope that he would capture the mood and the difficulties that face our people, I waited to hear him admit that we are in a crisis, and I willed him on to offer a glimmer of hope and ask all of us Ghanaians to help resolve the crisis in which we find ourselves. I wanted him to admit that ours was indeed a nation in crisis. Unfortunately, millions of Ghanaians, including my humble self, waited in vain. President Mahama painted a picture that bore very little resemblance to the reality that is today's Ghana. We have made cocoa farming attractive. The NHIS is flourishing. He has overcome the energy crisis. Really? Mr. President, are you living in the same Ghana as the rest of us? Does the President have no evidence of the scale of graduate unemployment in this country? Has the President no evidence of the large number of teacher and nursing trainees who 3 years and more after completion of their training are virtually all sitting at home without being afforded the opportunity to offer the critical services for which they have been trained? The President came to Parliament and gave no indication whatsoever he was aware of the enormity of the unemployment problem that faces our country, especially its youth. Why ignore the clear evidence of this canker that characterizes the true state of the economy? We heard nothing of the bold and radical measures that would encourage enterprises to expand or that would help build new businesses in agriculture or industry to generate the hundreds of thousands of jobs our youth need. Instead, the President mentioned the prospects of a few jobs here and there and went on to make an embarrassing display of a few vulnerable Ghanaians. It was a sad spectacle in propaganda, one that did a disservice to the image of our Parliament. Is one of a nation in crisis, a reality the President chose to ignore. He sought to explain the theatrical show he staged in Parliament with a claim. He was providing us with evidence for the claims he was making about the state of the nation. I'm afraid it did not work, and it turned out to be an embarrassing exercise in mediocrity.
Yati, in summer, the then candidates, Akufo-Addo, in the run-up to 2016 election, after His Excellency, the former President John Dramani Mahama, could deliver the State of the Nation address. The remarks, the aftermath of that State of the Nation address, delivered by the former President John Dramani Mahama, you heard the commentary by a so-called self-acclaimed competent Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo ran about that State of the Nation address. In some manner, at that time, the wife, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, was sitting there. The trash, how His Excellency the President Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo trashed John Dramani Mahama. The wife, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, saw nothing wrong about that. She sat there. So this platform, the Bitter Truth platform, we are asking the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo, did you hear at the time of what the husband said about John Dramani Mahama in the 2016 after he delivered the State of the Nation address? And we are asking Rebecca Akufo-Addo, those words stood out by His Excellency Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the then candidate Akufo-Addo. Was he praising John Dramani Mahama, the then President of the Republic of Ghana? And see the stupidity that we are talking about, the arrogance that we are talking about. And this is the reason we are asking Rebecca Akufo-Addo. We are describing her posture, her attitude as arrogant. The height of arrogance that she demonstrated towards Speaker Bagbin and Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Buah. But you see, she had forgotten that the action, her posture towards them, is a posture towards the citizens of Ghana, but not the speaker as a person. The stupidity of it. Let it be told. The arrogance, the height of arrogance that was demonstrated by our First Lady, outgoing First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo. This platform, remember, the show you are watching is the Bitter Truth Show. We used to respect Rebecca Akufo-Addo, but truth be told, that action was the height of arrogance on the part of the First Lady, and it ought to be condemned. We will not laud her for that. We will tell her point blank that look, she got it wrong. And the baby said there, Abra Nana Wakafu Akufo-Addo, the then candidate Akufo-Addo, Kasa Farm, former President Dramani Mahama, or deliver the State of the Nation address in summer. Na Nukuno Kanen, no Obojon Dramani Mahama Abado, another, no ordinary to true form. No treating magic. Sabi the man being Rebecca Akufo-Addo will answer in 2 man Kade, Zana Nukuno Yadan, who would be our home, and then we couldn't put in a parliament, deliver State of the Nation address after Mambu to Kai, after a Mambu to Kaya, or Jenin, other Magana for Nana, Waka, Ubufu, Asuan, Titan, Ayakum, Accident. Kabasam, no calling in your back on the Karacho, Sabi, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the Subana Denizin, or you Yan so soon, or you Yan so Suban, or your Yakum, you Guasini. Let's listen to this.
I need to remind you that the people of Ghana have already given their verdict on the true state of the nation. And that verdict was very, very clear. Economic hardship, huge debt overhang, high youth unemployment, hopelessness, and more.
And you are thanking him for this.
We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. Round Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term.
Asamna, the deputy minority leader, Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Addo Awakanen, there, Nana de Danko Akufo-Addo na mbuya obi. Go ukwe. Look, Oyamowa in the Fourth Republic in Ghana for anyone. Here in Nama, Ghana for the working. So one two and man Nanada, a Sunday over 40 years of Nanado, namely Ghana did demonstration only be. What Ghana ha no cassette here. Late President Flight Lieutenant Jerry Lawrence. Flight Lieutenant Lawrence there will go among ye under the PNDC governance. Under the NDC governance. All the protests that His Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo led in this country in his 40 years of political campaigning, protests, condemning, criticizing actual administration, late Flight Lieutenant Rawlings administration in the PNDC days and the NDC days. Atamal suffered the same, Mahama suffered the same from Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Eventually, Ghanaians gave him the mandate, the abysmal governance. The so-called self-acclaimed competent president taking Ghana's debt from 120 billion to, as we speak now, over 800 billion Ghana cedis, but has nothing to show for it. That's our car, Sabi, the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo, who ought to be a responsible wife, companion to His Excellency the President, who ought to put up a good behavior, at least to cover the shame of his husband, the bad governance of Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Haircut in the no monkey campaign, reneging on Ghana's debts on Chia Sabi. It's a reward there. No one of Ghana for Rebecca Akufo-Addo said then. Asamana Ama Kofi. You see, Ama Kofi-Addo was even charitable to His Excellency the President. Let truth be told, has Rebecca Akufo-Addo forgotten that her husband called on Ghanaians to be citizens and not spectators? Anna? Has Rebecca Akufo-Addo forgotten that Akufo-Addo, her husband, on the night she catch Ghana for the Mama woman, we should be citizens and not spectators. The bitter truth we are asking the First Lady, Outgoing First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo, have you forgotten or you didn't hear that? Sabi, some moon, Asama Ama Kofi-Addo Kenin, more you know my own the quarter. More you know Ghana for one can. Go there and ask. Ghanaians will tell you. Or is it a case that what's it? If you be there, akade. Atiye marifi. Atiye or marifi. And then Rebecca Akufo-Addo tiye nti sabi. Oha abuchi ababrese akodanda amedihua. Ghana for you coming in. Until we send the nyanswande. He doesn't know the cries and the worries of the Ghanaian citizens. Now, Essendon, and you will was your husband not cushioned by IMF when you took over the reins of this government? And you want to watch Mahama, I hope and this, I hope that look. Any government that goes into IMF in the Sebi, Abana, Sebi, Wabon, Onyima Mambu. Imagine we couldn't even cancel the IMF and Mahama had taken the country to. He continued to enjoy the benefits of the IMF, even extended it. Oh, young call, Mafu to for IMF, young, eventually we went to IMF. Sebi, some water them. One Kofi Amambwa make reference to the ceremony. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, you said what? Please give us a break. Demonstrate some emotional intelligence, maturity, and stop that height of arrogance. Look, in the public perception, your husband is considered to be an arrogant president. The least that is expected of you as his wife, the First Lady, as her partner, that you put up a good behavior to compensate that minor deficit of His Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo. That public perception that he's arrogant president in it. Sebi, you also went ahead to feed into that same perception. The height of arrogance, because Ghanaians, why you wonder what to about what the Amawan? Listen.
Mr. President, you left something very important in your account. You left out an account of your promise to God to build him a cathedral. But Mr. President, Mr. President, I will leave that for you, between you and your God.
Amambwa is reminding His Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo at the time he sat there. Also, look, I have frakadam. You have been what? A president that's full of deception and lies. His Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo's governance was full of deception and lies. And you have scammed even God. At the time you pledged to put up to construct a national cathedral to honor God for making it possible for you to become the president of the Republic of Ghana without using the state resources. Yet, what did you do? You are exiting. Where is the national cathedral? His Excellency the President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo could not utter a word about the state of the national cathedral, and that was what Amambwa was reminding him, that as a president, if you are honest president, you should have said something about your pledge to your maker, that you build a national cathedral to honor God. A basic assault the church that said Yankopon in the essay catch a Ghana for them for Ghana for one sika one break time fine then Kuntuna say or the Ghana Sikana was there. A was the state of the nation. Amambwa so Ghana for young said that could be for all year assault the church ABC. Kushini da braba amemwa omampenyi na nado da kwa Akufo-Addo be doing or ka wukuna is what aswa no ayi kusu eseden kai jumedi or ye no kwar nweni jumedi penfo se no kwar ye wen truth is a bitter pill. We all ought to swallow it. Rebecca Akufo-Addo said that asema amabua kainenen anyebero oza kohwe wukunu wansha bodo basic cathedral ana. This is what we must be speaking to. Just listen to him again.
Fellow Ghanaians, we are comforted and strengthened by the following words of scripture. And I'm quoting Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And I quote, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear you not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them no more. Bye-bye, Mr. President. It is finished.
It is finished. Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ghana was a project. No, the pro what an assign we to reach it. So you ma the crowd you to media a cultural. Ghanaians will eventually use a broom to sweep the son of the feet of His Excellency Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo. When he exits, God will come tomorrow. Let truth be told. Those who are refusing to listen to the truth, the bitter truth, we are saying that His Excellency the President Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo on his swearing in made a clarion call to the people of Ghana to be citizens and not spectators. And this platform, we are saying that Ghanaians will not hesitate to use a broom to sweep the feet of the son from the feet of Akufo-Addo. Ghanaians would never dream to ever remember Nana Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Looking at his track record, abysmal. If there is any word beyond abysmal. And when truth was being told, when truth was staring in the face of Akufo-Addo and Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the First Lady, could not contain the pressure, the disgrace, the shame, and look at the arrogance that he exhibited in Parliament. Let truth be told. Remember, the show you are watching is the Bitter Truth Show. Say, Rebecca Akufo-Addo.
Sit there and let people speak. Yeah, spank high. You sit there and let people speak. Yeah, spank high. You sit there and let people speak. Yeah, spank high. You sit there and let people speak. Yeah, spank high.
Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the First Lady, could not contain the political jargons, the political pressure, the truth that was told Akufo-Addo in his face. Your money said you. Wana ena onyebi Akufo-Addo zawadi ya ena no onyebi da wo. As far as politics are member of Ghana High is concerned. Hey, young can quench the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Truth is bitter. Truth is like a bitter pill. Let it be told. Look, your husband even had it cool. Okay? As some minority working, look, there are so many, there are lots, thousands of that are in the hearts of Ghanaians, the ordinary citizens of this country, that if they had opportunity, they would tell your husband. And that was how the 7th December election. Okay. Remember, the show you are watching is the Bitter Truth. And today's presentation, we are saying that the height of arrogance of First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo towards Speaker Bagbin and Emmanuel Amakofibua to back at the citizens of Ghana. The height of arrogance demonstrated by First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo. We were disappointed in Rebecca Akufo-Addo. We do not expect her to put up such an arrogant behavior in Parliament. At least we are saying that your husband is noted to be an arrogant president. It's the least that is expected of you is to put up a good behavior in public. At least to cover that arrogance perception that your husband has attracted for himself. but he also went ahead to demonstrate that. Is it the case that they said birds with same feathers flock together? Isn't that birds with the same feathers flock together? What's a number want to share your con no to boom? Then the con a man Ghana ha the brain no what is it? What war I dreamed there? Or man paying another round of Akufo-Addo, or your work of Okun, or you yan so you umwazi, or to catch an animal him for the one share and no one and son with shed. Or catch your oil, a flower, a mine in a palm mounted, tugby, patty, Akakabe, one complete e-blogging, also Felicity can call it Nyachum, Subana, not one pulling on Mampin and other Akufo-Addo, Manfo, Ghana for billing, what cassette CNN, Nanka, winning the Conde or Papa Pibiaran, and Kabado Su, Papazi, Wabano, Nanka Zakata, who could live in Grasin and Nadi Joe, though. But I'm one Benedum, I'm more Kamawasu, actually Nyachum. And there are incidents in your say. Chemonyanko, Naminche Usu, Naban. What's a Numa want to check your con in the Wichubum? Kaida Jimizari Kenan, or your calling in committee. Zayala Kanida, or Mampinina Medicho, or Mampinini, or Fido, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, Subana Benedino, on Sumi, or Yan so Suban, when the Sebegum towards Shamihan, Yankan quarantine. Kaida Jimizzi. The B30 platform, we are simply saying the posture of outgoing First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo is a shared arrogance and disrespect towards the Speaker. And let truth be told, truth is bitter. It's like a bitter pill. Remember, the show you are watching is the Bitter Truth Show. Thank you for watching the show. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let us know how you feel about our program. Remember, you are the reason we bring you unadulterated, authentic, bitter truth show on happenings in the country. I have a role to play. You have a role to play. Collectively, let us join hands together to build our beloved mother, Ghana. Stay blessed. Stay out of trouble. May God watch over you till we come your way with another unadulterated, authentic, bitter truth show. His Excellency the First Lady, outgoing First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo, failed to demonstrate emotional intelligence in this case. We say goodbye.